Welcome back to the Locked and Loaded podcast. I am your host, Brady Locke, and this is episode 3. And today we have a fantastic episode for you. I am joined by 3 very special guests from around the country. This could not be done in studio, but we got them together and we are ready for our first ever video podcast on Locked and Loaded. So I'm here to introduce you to Cameron Beal on my left, Caden Slonwhite in the top left there, and above me is Max Mueller. How are you fellas doing today?
Feeling good.
I'm good.
League season's over. But
Yeah, I mean,
it's okay. We move.
I'm going to introduce you a little bit better here. We're going to get more into depth, but you guys are also known as 3inThe6ix. Can you touch on that first a little bit?
Max,
go ahead. You go ahead, Max.
Well, I don't remember exactly how it started. I believe a certain Flyers fan had something to do with it, if I recall. But it's just gone great ever since. You know, we're skyrocketing. You know, road to 1 million.
79 followers on Instagram.
This is where you plug it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Can't get to 1 million without being at 79 first. You know, that's how math works. So.
Yeah.
That is true.
I mean, we're going to get a little bit more personal here, but I want to start off, as we do, with a little sports warm-up, and you guys probably have some very, very big thoughts on the Leafs' departure from the NHL playoffs. I know Cameron's been boiling here. Can we start it with you, Cam?
Oh, I mean, I don't know why we're surprised. It's just the same team. When you pay 4 players $50 million and they can't score, it's just Mitch Marner just sucks. I don't know how better to say it. Just not a good hockey player. And I don't know. It's gonna be nice on July 1st when he's wearing a different jersey, and we can all go put garbage on his lawn. So that'll be fun. Yeah.
Caden, thoughts? I see you're repping the jersey still.
Yeah,
I'm surprised it's not burned.
Hey, I'm Willie Nylander. He did kind of suck the last 2 games, but I can't hate on him that much.
Mhm.
Yeah, it sucks because we would have throttled Carolina. Like, we would have genuinely murdered them. It wouldn't have even been close. Bang, you got the passion. But yeah, change needs to happen. I think Marner's as good as gone. I think Tavares will come back, but yeah, we need something different. We need something new.
Yeah, I mean, that's part of the reason why I'm not a fan anymore, is just because it ruined my childhood, and it's hard to stay with that. You guys are loyal, and I appreciate that, but it's not for the weak. It's not for the weak. Max, what do you think? Any other thoughts here?
It's just, when you look at it, like, you look at the teams left, right?
Mhm.
Every team's got balance. Every team's got depth. It's hard to get build depth when you're paying the top 6 so much money. And, well, I think Domi is the most expensive guy in the bottom 6, and he's making like 3-something.
375.
Yeah, like, if they can go out this offseason, use the space, build a little more depth, have some more balance, I think they should be able to score more in the playoffs, because that's honestly all it is. Like,
Yeah.
what they scored, like, 3-4 goals the last 4 games? 4?
4. 1, 2, 1.
You're just not gonna win.
Yeah.
Not a chance. Not a chance.
I don't know. It's like I was saying earlier, though. It's the first time in a while that kind of feel excited for free agency and for the off season, because like most of the time it's just there's going to be no moves. Like, you know, the core 4 is coming back and you have no money. This year it's like they can actually do something interesting, which is not the case in the last 5 years. So that should be fun, and hopefully they don't ruin it and just sign nobody on July 1st, which is very possible. But as right now, I'm looking forward to that.
So do you think personally Marner is the guy to go? Like the other 3?
Yeah, I don't think he wants to be here, and I don't think they want him here. I'd be shocked if he comes back.
So do they replace him with like a Sam Bennett? Is that the goal?
I don't know. Sam Bennett's a loser. I don't know if I want him.
I think it kind of defeats the purpose of building balance, because that's kind of like, I think that's the best way to go here, is just get a few guys to replace a role, almost, or not a role, but production.
Yeah,
giving $10 million to a guy that's never scored above like 60-something points, that just really isn't, like, I know he's better in the playoffs, but there's just so many better ways to
overpay for whoever's going to do it.
Yeah,
it's not going to be worth it. And if he comes to Toronto, he'd spend half the season suspended anyway, because
Yep.
he's not getting away with it anymore.
He is kind of on Conn Smythe trajectory right now, which is interesting, but I don't know. It's tough.
So now, I mean, I guess it's pretty much just the Oilers and Panthers. Who do you guys have going from there?
Do we let the Alberta resident take this? I mean,
Yeah.
Caden, you start here.
Hey,
Mr. Alberta.
First of all, I'm from British Columbia.
Closer.
All right, I'm from British
No,
Columbia.
Mr.
Calm down.
Alberta.
Yeah, and I think I want Edmonton to win. I think they're going to win. Like if you've seen how they've played after being down 2-0 to the Kings, like they've lost 2 games, and they're getting production from all up and down the lineup when McDavid and Draisaitl, are if they're not producing, which they are most of the time, they're getting depth scoring from Kapanen, and I think Jeff Skinner scored today, and like people like that. Stuart Skinner finally remembered how to play goalie again. They're getting Matthias. Ekholm's back tonight. I think he's playing right now, so they'll have him for the finals. I think it's their series to lose. I think it'll go 7 again because I mean Florida's just against such a deep team, but I don't know. I think Edmonton will kind of learn from their mistakes and take it this time.
I like that. I mean, McDavid. I mean, they should have probably won last year, right? I think they were a better team last year.
Yeah, they kind of dug themselves in a hole.
If McDavid did anything in Game 6 or 7, they would have won. Or in Game 7, mostly, because they won Game 6.
Yeah.
I also think Florida's a better team this year than last year, though. Like they're raw, like
100%.
They brought in more. They used
Marchand and Seth Jones.
Yeah, like they used the LTIR and whatever that suspension was. They used all that really well. So
yeah.
But I don't know. I still think that Edmonton team's better built for it this year too. Like if McDavid and Draisaitl can keep if they play at their level, like I don't think anyone should be able to beat them. Like
no.
As long as they're getting decent goaltending, they should be fine.
I feel like Zach Hyman being out is a bigger deal than people think. I know they're like their deep team. Like I think they have like 5 or 6 players with 5 goals, like McDavid, Draisaitl, like Connor Brown somehow.
Corey Perry.
Yeah,
Corey Perry's going
Corey Perry scored today.
Unk still got it.
Yeah, and crazy the Leafs signed Wayne Simmons over him. But yeah, and I don't know. Zach Hyman's a big loss, but I think I just want the Oilers to win because I hate Florida. So I think the Oilers got it.
Yeah. I mean, we'll transition from there. You guys, 3-6, Leafs, Blue Jays, Raptors. Blue Jays up 11-0 today. Do you guys want to touch on the season that they're having? It seemed, for me, in my perspective, it seems like they're going up and down. It's just stretches. But Max, you want to lead that off?
It is a little weird. Like I feel like they might just end up being a 500 team. Like because this seems like how every 500 team goes. Like like they'll go on highs, they'll go on lows, and in the end it just balances out. And they're 82-0, 82-80 or whatever, in like 7 games out of a playoff spot, which isn't where they should be at this point with Vladdy and Bo. Like by now they're supposed to be contenders for a couple of years.
Yeah,
but I still think they can find like they're showing it right now. The offense can hit. Like they've got guys with talent, and the pitching can pitch well. If they put it all together, there's no reason they shouldn't win 90 games. It's just whether they can or not. I mean,
I don't know how you go scoring 11 runs in this game and then against the Rangers the other night, you don't score anything until Bo Bichette pinch hits in the 9th. Like,
yeah, exactly.
That just doesn't make sense to me. But
I don't really get it. It seems like it could just be a frustrating year if they can never figure it out because the talent's clearly there. But
do you think Vladdy was worth the money? I'll ask you that, Caden.
I would say I don't really know if he's not worth the money. I wouldn't say right now. He's been playing all right, but I think just keeping him in Toronto was like the main kind of issue, especially in baseball when like there isn't that like the salary cap really isn't that much of an issue.
Yeah. Like
just retaining a player like that for the rest of his career, I would consider that a win. So like I right this minute I would say he's overpaid, but in the grand scheme of things, like it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean you don't want to see him go to the Yankees and just hit
no
balls on you, right? Yeah. I see what you're saying. I agree with that. Cam, how do you think they'll finish this season? Do you think they're a playoff team?
I don't know. Like I'm not huge on baseball, but the way that I saw like the stat the other day of them with like runners in scoring position and just awful. Like I don't know how I think their pitching for the most part's been good and stuff, but I don't know if their hitting is gonna get them there. And 500 is definitely not gonna get it done.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it'll be tough for them to squeak into the playoffs this year.
Yeah. I mean, I wish we had another opinion from one Zach Steinman who could really tell us the in and outs of the entire team.
Yeah, the real insider.
He's got all the sources, but yeah, the Jays. I'm not I don't keep up with the Jays too much, but I do watch them. But Raptors offseason right now. We got the 7th pick in the draft, correct?
Ninth.
No, 10th.
Oh no, yeah, no. It
No,
was 9.
they
We
dropped
2.
9th.
Yeah.
We dropped 2, yeah, because
Unbelievable. I was so mad.
Nico Harrison inside job.
It's
unbelievable.
I'm convinced. It was. They went to him. They said, "Give Luka to LA, and we'll give you Cooper Flag." It happened.
It makes so much sense. It makes so much sense.
They had like a 1% chance.
Yeah.
And then the Raptors drop. Are we serious?
It's ridiculous.
It made me so mad. It's ridiculous.
He must have sold his soul. Like I literally don't know.
Yeah, literally.
We're getting Giannis. Don't worry.
Yeah. That would be something. That would be huge.
You heard it here first. The Raptors are making the playoffs this year.
I
think they are. I think they are.
I already put money on them.
I think they're playing team. I think they're playing team at least.
I already put money on them getting a series. It could be as the 8th seed. Yeah, I bet one of my friends. But you give IQ, RJ, Brandon Ingram's coming in.
Yeah.
Hopefully they get Maluak at the draft. That would be incredible. And then you still have Scotty, still have decent bench beaches like Grady. I don't see any reason why they shouldn't get a playoff series.
Yeah,
they're definitely better than like the Heat, maybe the Magic, and they both got series this year. So
yeah,
I have no doubt that they should get a playoff series this year.
100%. I could see them definitely. I could see them even getting better than the plan and finishing top 6. There's definitely a possibility. Yeah, I mean, we'll touch a little bit more later, but I kind of want to get some personal introductions here. I want you guys to talk a little bit about yourselves, maybe like how we kind of met, because we didn't really go over that yet. I guess I can lead us into that. We all met this year at TMU. We are all students there.
Yeah, look at that right there.
Cam's wearing the pin. Cam's wearing the pin. 3 of us, me, Max, Caden, we're all sport media students. Cam is definitely an honorary sport media student.
Loser.
Cam does business, or no, he does accounting. Yeah.
Accounting.
Cam does accounting, but yeah, I'll lead that into you, Max. If you want to introduce yourself, be my guest here. This is your chance.
Yeah, no. I'm from Ottawa. I went to sports media for last year. I went to Carleton for a year, did that, got into sports media, moved away, played hockey and baseball here growing up. Not any good at hockey, but I played anyway. Baseball, I was able to do a little bit more, play a little bit more competitive, but still just repping beer league now. And yeah, that's pretty much it, man.
Yeah, no, I love that. Caden, you want to introduce yourself there?
All right. I'm from Vancouver, British Columbia.
Alberta.
People that are actually from BC, I'm from Surrey, but I tell people that I'm from Vancouver because not a lot of people know where Surrey is. Yeah, I was definitely the last person to get into this program. I was accepted 2 days. I was accepted like the first week of July, so I'd already graduated. Yeah, I moved to Toronto. I'm currently back in BC right now. I kind of played. There wasn't really one specific sport that I played like competitively growing up. I kind of played a little bit of everything. Baseball was definitely my best when I was like a kid. I was a demon at baseball. But yeah, that's basically it.
I love that. Cam?
Yeah, so I'm from like the big town, kind of Ottawa's big brother. It's called Stittsville. It's kind of like the place to go in Canada. Yeah, and I'm in accounting finance. I met you guys like this year, TMU. I met Caden because he was living on my floor in residence, and
You were
then
living on my floor, buddy.
no,
Let's
no,
calm
no, no,
down.
no, that was my floor. I kind of ran the 8th floor,
Okay.
and the
Okay.
10th actually, if you ask me. Um, so yeah, we kind of met this year, and then there was another little connector that introduced me to Max and Brady, who's not here, but
You really blossomed us all together. It's
exactly,
crazy.
kind of opened the gates there, and yeah, so just when I was growing up, didn't play hockey, and Max and Caden both know that.
Oh, we know.
Just I played a little bit of basketball and stuff.
Hmm.
Just yeah, kind of whatever, pretty much. That's it. Yeah.
No, that's good. That's good. All right, yeah. I mean, moving forward here, we're kind of build on that. I want to kind of get your guys' opinions, particularly Cade and Max, on like our first year as sport media students as a whole. Kind of your thoughts on it. Maybe if somebody's watching this going into first year, just kind of giving them some advice, just in general, your thoughts on the year. Caden, I'll start with you.
3inThe6ix is the greatest teacher I've ever, like, in the history of school.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love that guy. Yeah, he's the best. But yeah, for anyone, yeah, going into sport media or thinking about applying or taking it, absolutely. I would say, like, I'm definitely more excited for like second year, third year, fourth year when we
Yeah.
kind of dive deeper into like, funner and cooler topics. But like this first year was still great, getting like a good foundation of kind of everything that we need to know as sport media students was great. And obviously the like the people were like second to none. Like everyone in that program is like a beauty. Like I don't know if there's
Thanks.
one person that like I can say any bad thing about. Like
No.
they're all awesome. I also think like being such a small group of people, like there's like 72 of us.
Yeah.
Like it's just so much easier to like actually bond and get close with the people because you have them in like most of your classes that you're seeing them all the time. So yeah, highly recommended. I'd say the first year was awesome, and I am very excited to go back.
Yeah, no, it's fantastic, and it's like we made these bonds, and it's like we're probably going to be working with most of these people in the future.
Mhm.
So it's just like it's fantastic. I also did hear, I heard at one point the story of how you kind of decided to go into the program. It was something about like you on an airplane, you were listening to this song or whatever.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Am
Okay,
I
so
tripping? I want to
okay,
hear
well,
that story.
this is kind of like so the moment that I decided to go in to this program is I kind of like I didn't really know like I had my mindset on being like an architect until I was like summer going into my senior year. So last summer, or sorry, 2 summers ago. Um, and I kind of like I was like, dang, like I really like sports, like but I don't really know what to do. Like I
Mm.
don't know how to pursue anything like that. So I did some research. I found out about this program. Um, so then I decided that like, all right, I'm gonna continue to work towards that. And then there was yeah. So when I was basically there was this song that I discovered. It was like an edit of like Toronto, and it was like the Vince Carter, like the It's Over dunk and like all that stuff. And it was a song called like Lord Knows by Drake and Rick Ross, and I was like, oh dude, this song's fire. So every single time I listened to that song, I kind of like imagined myself like a year into the future, like in Toronto, listening to the song. So then fast forward like August when like I'm in the pro like I've been accepted and I'm flying back to Toronto. Um, I was on the plane like flying into Pearson, and the song started playing, and I hadn't listened to it in a very long time because like I previously said, I was the last person to get into this program. I was waitlisted, and I had a very good feeling that I wasn't going to get accepted. So I kind of stopped listening to the song because it just made me upset because I was like, dang it, like I can't, I can't do this anymore. But then, yeah, the song started playing, and like while it like was playing, I looked out the window and there was like the whole like the Toronto skyline and the CN Tower and all that, and I was like, wow, man, like this is sick. Like I'm actually here. Like I actually did it. So yeah, that was pretty cool.
Jason Tatum.
See, I love that.
We did it.
That's just heartwarming, and that just brings a smile to my face because we never would have met you, and
Nope.
Good times. But yeah, Max, thoughts on the program? What did you think this year?
No, it's really cool. Like just all the stuff you get to do, the access that they have helps. Like
Yeah.
consider all like the tech they have there. It's a lot more than I would assume most schools have. Like even doing like going to Carleton for a year. Like I did media communications there, and it's just a lot different. Where it's a media like whatever program, but it's still just a lot of sitting in lecture halls,
Yeah.
just doing basic stuff. Where and comparing that to the access we had at TMU with just like Sykes' class. Oh yeah, shout out Sykes. He deserves more.
What a goat.
Always giving
I
love to
love this
Sykes.
guy.
Like that class was just
Not enough
incredible.
can be said about him.
There isn't enough, but
No, there really
do
isn't.
what we can. Yeah, like that class, just the stuff they guys use, even like Dwight's class and the audio stuff. It's all just incredible stuff to have, especially just for year one. Just knowing that it's only gonna go up. Like for 1 year, it's just
100%.
incredible.
Yeah,
And
we're
even just all the
touching
people,
surface level.
it's just incredible. Like the sport media, like it's just a group of people. Like you all have the exact same thing in common. Like it was so easy for us to all meet because we all just know we love sports.
Yeah.
And that's all we ever did. We just hang out, watch sports, and just do all that with our classes. Like
Drop it up.
really can't be set up much better. I mean, and it's probably only going to get better in the next few years if we're going to be, doing more of this, hopefully finding jobs at some point, kind of all working together.
Not enough can be said about that. I mean, I think we could all agree probably the psych class was our favorite this year.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
Without a doubt. Yeah, I mean, I really don't want to leave Cam out of this, but well, how was your experience with accounting and finance for those people out there with their passion?
I know it was pretty good. Like a lot of the classes, like first year, are more kind of generic business classes, especially first semester. And then by second semester, you take like an accounting class and a finance class. And yeah, overall, it was really good. So like it's a lot different than sports media, right? Because there's a few hundred. I think there's like 250 people or 300 in the program, right? So you're not with the same 60 or whatever people every like class, or you all take the same class at just at different times and stuff, right? So it's like it's a little bit harder to like meet people in your program, but yeah, overall, I really liked it. I had a lot of fun. Got to meet a lot of people like in classes and stuff, and yeah, overall, really fun year. Not too hard. Just kind of cruised through first year. It was fun.
What in particular made you choose to go to Toronto to take that?
So like TMU isn't not the greatest school like for business. Like it's getting a lot better. It's getting more of a reputation. But overall, like I'm a huge Raptors fan, huge Leafs fan. So kind of just being in the city, and I kind of wanted to experience like living in a really big city. See how that was like. I wasn't too sure about it going in, but after the first year, I loved it. Like all the little parts, like there's always something going on. Just being able to walk wherever, it was awesome. And like even what we did this year a few times, we were like buy Leaf tickets like right as puck drops, and then bolt to the arena, get in there for super cheap. It was awesome. Did that for a couple Raptors games. Yeah, it was just great, and then become famous on Fan First Network.
There you go. Yeah.
Just completely take over the internet. Like we met a few players on the Leafs, like Joseph Wall, Anthony Stolars, Tanev, and saw Brandon Carlo too, which is pretty cool. So yeah, just being in the city is pretty awesome. Kind of why I wanted to go there.
Jeez, yeah, no, I love that. I'm gonna ask all three of you this, but kind of as a kid, what was kind of your dream or like something you really wanted to pursue, and if that changed, like, or if it's currently what it is? I'm just really curious there. Max, let me start with you.
I mean, it's always been around sports, honestly. Like, when I was like a little kid, I thought I was going to be like pumping 98, for the Jays right now. Obviously that didn't quite work out. But even after, like, once I realized that, the 73 wasn't going to get it done, it was always still like, it kind of just moved down to like, all right, working in sports, whatever that meant, like writing, working behind the scenes, stuff like that. So this is it's still kind of right in line with what I've always wanted to do.
Yeah.
Honestly, I mean, nothing's really changed.
Caden, what do you think?
Yeah,
I mean, you talked about the architecture, right?
Yeah. I would say like definitely as a kid, like kind of same thing. Yeah, I was like my dream was I was gonna be, centering Kessel and JVR.
Yeah.
But I really quickly realized that that was out of the question. But then yeah, my mind, I wouldn't really say that like it's kind of weird because like yeah, I always wanted to be an architect, but I feel like deep down I knew that like that wasn't what I was passionate about. Like yeah, it was something that I would enjoy, but it wasn't like
Mhm.
deeply what I was passionate about. And it took a while, like obviously because I like I just found out about the program like a year before I actually went to university. But like it took a very long time for me to actually like come to the realization that like yeah, like pursuing a sport media career is actually something that like I was really passionate about. So yeah, I would definitely say that I have been passionate about this, but I think I've just been unaware of it for quite a while.
I would totally agree with that. I think I'm definitely in that same boat as you there. Cam, what do you think?
Yeah, so obviously I was like every kid, and like I would be playing basketball in my driveway and taking like a step back to win game 7, miss, and then magically have 3 seconds back on the clock,
Yeah.
and then take another one, and then miss, and then oh my god, 3 more seconds, got added back, and then finally hit the shot, and then like greatest shot in the history of basketball, game 7, overtime winner for the Raptors, but that got shot down because I'm not very good at basketball. That's why I had to take 3 tries, or like playing mini six in my basement. Kind of
Yeah.
like always dreamed of getting there and being a professional athlete, but that was just never gonna happen. But yeah, like obviously I love sports. I decided to kind of go a different way with school,
Yeah.
try to go accounting finance route. That's kind of like I took a class in grade 11 when I was in high school for accounting and really liked it. So I'm like, you know what, it's a great industry to get into. It's like pretty good. You can do a lot of things with the degree afterwards. Like you don't necessarily have to go and be an accountant. There's much like a lot of different career options. So I'm like,
Yeah.
no, I'm good. Like I'm good at that. I liked it. I'm gonna try to go that route and just kind of see how it goes. If one day like I can use this degree and work with sports in some way, that's awesome. But yeah, kind of just see how things play out after school.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I growing up, I kind of had the same thing, like, because I'm actually a year older than you guys, right? Yeah,
Okay.
so
Not
I'm
Max,
05.
but me and Cam.
Oh yeah, me and
yeah.
Max are 05, yeah.
Oh,
But before I ended up doing a gap year, but I almost went into statistics because I wanted to kind of mesh that together because I love math, and I kind of wanted to mesh that together and work as like a sports statistician. That didn't work out because I'm glad it didn't because I just didn't want to go. I got into like Prince Edward Island, and I was gonna go to Prince Edward. I don't know why, but that was just another thing in my head I tried to get together, but I'm so glad for the way it worked out so far. And yeah, moving on. My question for you, because I know you guys well, but I don't know you guys on a crazy deep level, and I want you to share something with me if you're comfortable. You say whatever you please. If you don't want to answer the question, you don't have to, but I'm curious, what is something you guys have really like struggled with in your life that's to this moment has been something that's held close to you, but even though it may have sucked, it got you to where you are today. I'll start with you, Cam. I'll go the other way.
Okay, so something like kind of like thought that pops in every like once in a while. I kind of just feel like it's just everything's kind of passing by.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like I don't know. It's kind of tough to think about sometimes because like I'm still like we're all still super young, right? Like, and there's really no like when you really think about it, like there's no need to kind of feel like everything's passing you by because you still have like so much time to do whatever you want. But it's like you see, like you look and it's like, yeah, this guy's getting drafted, like Gavin McKenna. He's putting up 3 points a game in the OHL. He's my age. Like that's
He's younger. He's definitely younger than us.
yeah. Okay,
Like
he's younger.
16.
Thanks, Gabe. Yeah, he's younger. He's younger than me. Like that's crazy. It's just like seeing that, but I think it's just kind of good not to compare yourself to like all the outside stuff. It's like yeah, I'm not Cooper Flagg. I'm not 6'10", peak athleticism, all that stuff. Like it's everyone kind of does it differently, and it's still so young, like still so much time to do stuff. And
Yeah.
yeah, it's just kind of realizing that everyone kind of takes their own path and not not getting passed by yet. Yeah,
I
it's
love that.
kind of that. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll go to you, Max. What is one of your big struggles?
I think, yeah, it's kind of similar, almost kind of just like trying not to worry too much about kind of everything right now. Because even just like right now, sitting at home this summer, like looking around, just work's been tough to come by. Looking at next year, trying to figure out, where we're gonna live and do all that stuff, tuition. Try and just kind of take it easy, like, we're 19. Well,
Mm.
everything will figure itself out. Like everything's all right. You can kind of just, like, I don't have to rush everything. Like, cause even looking at like Liam, like, it took him 3 months. He's already working at TSN,
Yeah.
and we're all kind of slowly figuring our things out. It'll all kind of work itself out. Try not to like rush into too many things.
Yeah.
Just kind of do what you can. If stuff's not working out, like kind of like slow it down almost. Don't kind of let it get to you. Just keep kind of working, I guess. But
Yeah, I mean that's the thing in the program. Like it's there's so many opportunities, and it's so like wonderful to see everybody doing their own thing. But like again, it is really hard to like not compare yourself to the other people. Like Liam is insane at what he does, and that's Finn. Like he's just unreal. But it's so hard not to be like, no, this guy's working at TSN already.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
what? How? Like what am I doing wrong here? But it's like we're all gonna get our opportunities, and we're all learning, and there's so many jobs out there for us to be able to do. So it's like it's all gonna work itself out, and we can't stress ourselves out.
And we're all gonna retire in 5 years when 3inThe6ix blows up. So there's
There
always
you
that.
go. There you go.
There's always that to just keep in the back pocket just in case. So yeah.
Oh, yeah. Like I mean, Caden, yeah. Any big struggle you faced that you want to
I'd
share?
say that one of the things that I definitely struggle with the most, especially kind of like moving here, was like the sense of like loneliness. Obviously, like we all moved away, but I'm a lot farther than
Yeah.
you guys, and especially like going, I would say like the week or like a week or two like leading up to like moving to Toronto, I was getting I was getting like nervous. I was like, like what if I don't make any friends? Like what if the friends here, like, they kind of move on from me. Like I don't know if I'm making the right decision. Like I should, like why'd I go to Toronto? I should just stay in BC. And then, like moving, kind of having to move all my stuff over halfway across the country, and then just feeling that kind of sense of loneliness where it's like, you know, I like obviously at the beginning, like now, like it's completely fine. But like at the beginning where it's like yeah, I know you guys, but like, I don't like know you guys. Like I still kind of feel like the sense of like, loneliness and being away from my friends and family for all that time. It kind of it was difficult, but I think as I kind of progressed throughout the year, I kind of started to, become more comfortable with my surroundings, become more comfortable with, you all, and, kind of realize that it's like it's not all that bad. And like especially now, it's like it's so weird because like now I couldn't even imagine my like saying this like a year ago because like I was so like a year ago I was like so afraid, like I was so afraid to go, and now it's like, dude, like get me out of here. Like I want to
Yeah.
go back. I want to
Yeah.
go back.
Yeah.
Let me go back. But yeah, I'd say that was it.
No, that's awesome. I appreciate you guys sharing. On the flip side, on a little happier note, I want you guys to share with me something that's motivated you, whether that's a person, whether that's an event, whether there's anything in your life that's motivated you up until this point, and to every day you use that to keep going. It's especially with what we do as university students, it's hard to always get up and go to your lectures. It's always hard to just keep on trucking through it all. But just what motivates you guys? I'll go back to you, Caden. I'll start right with you.
I'd say that just making my parents and my friends and family proud, I would say, is something that always motivates me, especially my immediate family. Like I'm the first person like out of like none of my parents went to post-secondary, like they didn't do anything like that. So like I'm kind of in like uncharted territories as like I've surpassed my parents' level of education. So I feel I'm motivated to please them, to make them happy, to keep them proud of me, to and prove to myself that I can do this. Because obviously, like my parents didn't. Well, actually, my never mind that I because I will say my parents didn't leave but they did. They both moved here. But you know, just like having to live by myself for school, you know, having to do all this, having to, you know, spend so much money to go here and to live there, like it's motivating me like, okay, like I'm I'm putting all of this, I'm putting this all up. Like I'm spending all this money, I'm leaving all my family. Like I have to be it motivates me to like perform in class, to perform in all other aspects of life.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome. No, I really resonate with that. That's huge because uh, getting up each day can honestly be harder than people make it. So that's fantastic. Max, what about you?
I think it's kind of something, kind of looking at people that have made it in our kind of like relating to our industry. Like we've had people come in to talk to us, like orientation day. They had
Like
all the people
Jesse
that have done it.
Pollock.
Yeah, like people
Yeah.
like Jesse.
First day,
Loser.
Yeah,
seeing Jesse Pollock was
like
just
even
insane.
you see people like that. You see people on TV doing all sorts of stuff. It kind of shows you where you can get if you do the work in our program. See, like the lives these people live is unbelievable. Like you just hanging out, you know, basically just talk about sports for a living. Get to
Yeah.
go all across, you know, North America. You know, go across the ocean, doing, you know, stuff like the Olympics. It's
Mhm.
just kind of seeing what you can get and just how cool a life you can live if you put in the work and kind of get where you want to be. Which that's really the only way to do it, is because we're all starting. You know, like we all showed up day one. We're all in the same place. Everyone. It's just a matter of if you put in the work and, you know, figure out what you're doing and kind of get good enough at it. Like you can live an incredible life just off of what you're doing right now.
Yeah.
So like just the motivation of knowing what's possible is really important.
Yeah. Cam, I'll send it to you.
Yeah, I feel like Caden kind of covered what I was gonna say. It's like
Yeah.
kind of like making the people around you proud. Like your parents have always like put in so much like work and raising you and everything, and just kind of continuing on that journey of like education and stuff and making them proud. And it's just like kind of striving for like whatever you have. Like it can be a bad thing too, but there's always like a next level. Like there's always more, right? Never being like super comfortable and kind of always like reaching for that next thing. And
Yeah.
it can get too much sometimes and like be a bad thing, but kind of striving to keep going and get to that next level is always a good thing for me. Like keeps me
Yeah. I mean,
motivated.
you climb up the hill, but then there's
Yeah.
always a mountain. But
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I think that's a good thing, and I think people tend to not always focus and take their victories when they've had them. I mean,
Yeah.
if you get up that hill, celebrate it, like do your thing. But I mean, at the end of the day, there's always going to be more, and
Yeah.
sometimes you just gotta smell the roses. That's what I'll say. But yeah, appreciate you guys getting a little deeper there. That's kind of what I like to do sometimes here. But yeah, let's just kind of reminisce here. What was one of your best moments from the year? I'll start with you, Cam. What was one of your best moments?
Oh, there was a best moment every week.
Yeah,
It's
hard to pick one.
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Yeah. Tuesday, Austin, the Met Pub just always came through. But overall, like, yeah, all their big watch parties were awesome. Like, obviously going to sports games is pretty cool, but like the Super Bowl, because that was like an all day thing, that was awesome.
Yeah, that was hype. Yeah.
Right. Me, Caden, and Max were in Maple Leaf Square for game 1, and they were there for game 3, but we were all there for it. That was incredible. Right? You just kind of experiencing the city and Toonie Tuesdays. It was just awesome. Like just so many great moments throughout the year.
You know, you don't expect it from like a school like team. It's not like a main Canadian university, right? But I don't think people underestimate how much there is to do in Toronto, and I think that's why I'd rather be doing that than on like some far campus where you're just on the campus. You have
in like Kingston, like
exactly.
What even is that?
They can have their fun little street parties, but at the end of the day, we can do that all year round.
Yeah,
so
like Guelph.
Yeah, it's Guelph. Yeah, I mean, Max, what about you, Max? What was your top moment?
I'd say probably just has a lot to do with like getting together with, like the guys, you know, like opening day was super cool. I think that's one that sticks out because that was something like growing up was always, you know, that and Canada Day were always the two days where even when they were awful, it sells out. It's what people want to go to. So again, not just doing it, but doing it with like all of like everyone. We all went. Like it was all of us together.
That was awesome.
That was super cool. You know, did all that, and then even as you know, we went to, I don't even remember how many games we went to. Just having that to go to, we all of us did it together. You know, especially because this way, it's like the end of the year. We were basically done school by the time the Jays started. So it was kind of fun those last few weeks, basically just living in Toronto with nothing really going on. Just go to games, you know. Found the victory elephant. That was just like a highlight of my life.
The victory elephant's the best.
That goes further than school. That's just an incredible accomplishment.
Yeah.
I miss it every day.
Yeah,
and then the Met pool was incredible. Those Tuesday nights Tuesday was basically Friday from like February on.
Doing that on a Tuesday is just insane. But
thank goodness we didn't have classes the next day.
Yeah.
In hindsight, yeah, but at the time, it was so awesome.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be awesome.
Even if I had an 8 a.m., you know,
I
think I still would have done it.
That's something that doesn't have to stop either. That's just gonna keep giving for 3 years.
It's a good motivator.
Yeah. There you go.
We're gonna be running that place soon enough.
Yeah. Give it a year.
I think I lost that business card we got, which is unfortunate. But
I still got it. I still got mine. Or I took a picture of it, I think.
Man,
all right,
it's got to be here somewhere.
Top moment for you, buddy.
Yeah, no, definitely. I just kind of same thing all you guys said. Tuna Tuesdays were beautiful. Going to all the sporting events were also awesome. Watching Cam run the Milk Mile was just a lovely
I was hoping that wasn't going to get mentioned. I was really hoping that wasn't going to get mentioned.
Yeah. Yeah. Going on drives, Woodbine Casino is a beautiful establishment.
Roulette machine.
And then like same kind of thing that Max said. I'd say like the last, like when you kind of realize that like, you know, we're kind of done school. Like obviously we weren't done, but like we were basically done, and you can, you know, like you can just hang out with people, like you can just have fun and not really have to worry that much about like, you know, when is this due and when is that due. It was so cool and it was so much fun. But yeah, I just say that like overall, like everything was just an awesome experience.
Yeah, I mean, I can't harp on it enough. I mean, like back home, like I have my friends, but like you go to university, and you kind of find like your people, and you find the people who have the same interests as you, and it's like it's completely different. And I'm so thankful I met all you guys. But it's remarkable. It's yeah, I can't harp on it enough. Too many good times, and I'm just looking forward to so many more. But
like adding to that too, it's like having like everyone has their friends back home and stuff, but like like me, I live in a giant city. Like it takes 30 minutes to get to my friends' houses. Like it's different when I walk 30 seconds down the hall, and I'm just like we walk
30
minutes.
Seconds.
Yeah.
God. It takes you 30 seconds to walk to my door.
Okay, buddy. Okay, buddy. Yeah, like I wasn't talking about you.
Okay.
But yeah, just like being 2 minutes away, I'm just like, yeah, meet me downstairs. We're leaving, and then everyone's downstairs. Instead of having to like me, I have to drive like 100 kilometers in my big city to go to my friend's house. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's what I miss. I mean, I miss the immediate hangouts. It's like there's always something to do, and that's why I would never get bored. And it was a roller coaster for a good couple months. I'm gonna miss residence and the meal plan ish.
Yes, iffy.
But now we're gonna have to cook for ourselves, so that'll be fun.
I can't wait. Max, please tell me what Zach cooks. Like a daily update, please.
Just pictures.
All coach.
No words.
And nachos and I don't know, Fruit Loops every morning is gonna be. It'll be incredible.
I at one point I saw him eat, what was it, guacamole and
rice.
Yeah, guacamole and rice.
Or like ketchup and potatoes. No, mashed potatoes and ketchup.
There's gonna be like bananas 6 bags of Tostitos going at a time in the apartment. I might get like, I don't know, like a handful or two, but that's okay, you know.
Yeah, I mean, thank you. I want to thank you guys again. I'm gonna slightly wrap this up, but I want to get your final thoughts. We'll end this with a little bit of a sport note. Tell me your NBA, NHL, and give me your MLB winners this year, since those are your top three here. We'll start with you, Max.
All right. The NHL, I think the Oilers are gonna win. I don't really want another Canadian team to win that isn't the Leafs. Because if anyone's gonna break that streak, it should be them.
It's Canada's team. Canada's team has to break the streak.
It's
I
always
just-
been Canada's
I just
team.
don't think McDavid's losing this year. I mean, I don't know. They were up like 3-1. They were about they're 20 minutes away from going to the Cup Final, so I think it's pretty safe to say they're gonna do it. And I think they can beat Florida this year. The MLB, I'm just gonna leave the Jays out of it for now because it's still too early to really rule them out.
Yeah.
I'm picking someone other than the Jays. I think the Phillies are gonna win it one of these years. I think I could go with the Phillies this year. I just think Harper needs a ring. That team's been so close for a few years now.
Yeah.
NBA, I really want to see the next win. Probably won't happen. It would be cool though. I think, if they can, maybe they can get out of this round. I don't know. I think they're playing right now. I don't know what the score is, but
Yep.
Yeah,
they might
They were
already
up
beat.
last time I checked.
Yeah.
That's
they
great.
might
So
steal it,
I'll take
but-
the Knicks because it's fun.
Yeah, that would be something. New York would go crazy. The city of New York. Ooh. Yeah, Caden, let me slide over to you.
Yeah, NHL. I'm gonna go with Edmonton. I hate Florida so much. Like I genuinely despise them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Oilers are gonna pull. I hope the Oilers pull through. I can't deal with Florida repeating. That'd be the worst thing ever. MLB. I'm gonna go with like. Okay, I feel like the Dodgers are gonna win, but that's a basic answer, so I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna say, the Kansas City Royals. I like their team. Yeah, he got option to AAA. It's okay. He's just getting his at bats. He's getting those triples. He's getting those home runs. And then he'll be back up in no time.
Right.
But yeah, the Royals. Bobby Wood Jr. is a goat. I love that dude. For the NBA, I think if the Knicks come back, they're not losing to OKC in the final. Like that's the thing. It's like I feel like every team has like a decent shot at winning it. The Knicks are just such a well-rounded team with, Mikal Bridges, Big Purr, Captain Jalen Brunson, and Josh Hart. Josh Hart's the best basketball player in the world, by the way. I love that guy. Like the Pacers are, I don't know what voodoo magic those guys are doing, but that's insane how they're
friendship.
pulling off the wins. And then yeah, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, whole life is consistent. But yeah, I'm gonna go with the Knicks. I think the Knicks are gonna win.
All right. I mean, you guys both going with the Knicks is very bold.
Yeah.
Cam?
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of tough because I think I'm gonna take the basic answer in all three. I think Edmonton's gonna close it out. That's more just me kind of picking with my heart instead of my head because I hate Florida, and I would so much rather see McDavid get a ring so he feels accomplished and then comes to Toronto.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The long term.
Kate said it's basic. I think the Dodgers are. They're just. I don't know. I don't think you can ever count them out. And then in the NBA is so tough because, like the Pacers, realistically, if they go to the finals, they should get whooped by OKC.
Like it
They
shouldn't even
should, but they should have got whooped by the Cavs, and they didn't.
Yeah.
And I don't like they just do it. They're just playing so well right now, and I don't know. I think you never count them. They've had like 3 comebacks down 7 with 30 seconds left, which is it's happened like 5 times ever, and they've done it 3 times this playoff run, which is ridiculous. Like, I don't know how they're pulling these wins out. So you never count them out, but I don't know. I think OKC is going to be so tough in the finals. Like their defense is just unbelievable. Like they just every time you touch the ball, they just swarm you. It's crazy. I can't see either team in the East getting past OKC, but you never know. They're here for a reason, and maybe they can pull it out.
Yeah, OKC's defense is unreal, and they're such a deep team too.
Yeah.
It's insane. Like even if they didn't have like, let's say you take off like Caruso and you take off like Lou Dort, they're still probably the same team. Like you just
Caruso's been unbelievable for them. He's been so good.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
but
I think Josh Giddey though.
I feel bad. He's not going to get the ring.
Not for this.
Josh Giddey was a gamer. Is a gamer on Chicago.
Caruso is the definition of a gamer. This guy will come out, have 0 points, 1 assist, 3 rebounds, 6 steals, and be a plus 17 in like 5 minutes. This guy's unbelievable.
Yeah,
he doesn't score. He just does everything. He's so good. Second ring coming this year.
I just want to thank. I want to thank you guys again for coming on here. It was a great. I haven't caught up with you guys in a while. It's great to catch up with you, and I'm looking forward to seeing you again in the fall. But thank you so much for coming on here, sharing your wisdom, sharing your thoughts, and going a little deeper. It means a lot. This is gonna do it for episode 3. Merch is gonna be dropping soon. As you can see, the hoodie here. We also we do have the hat as well. But yeah, we're gonna be dropping soon, hopefully. But yeah, once again, thank you guys so much. Follow 3inThe6ix. Their links are going to be in the description everywhere. You will not want to miss it. They have so much content coming. If you guys want to say anything about this, is your chance.
Yo, YouTube will be starting soon. When I get my setup, like when I put my microphone back in, I will start pumping out YouTube videos. It's just gonna be Leafs propaganda. I'm gonna tell them that they should sign Brad Marchand to like an 8x13.
Okay.
Free agency podcast will drop July 2nd.
Hometown discount, Leagueman.
All right, well that's gonna do it here. That's gonna do it, folks. Thank you again for watching Spotify and YouTube right now. We might get out to a couple other platforms, but those are the 2 big ones we're on right now. And I hope you enjoyed the video call. It's something we can do when we don't have a studio access and when there's guests that can't come to my home. Obviously, we have people in BC here, so yeah, thank you again. Take care, guys. This has been episode 3 of the Locked and Loaded podcast. Make sure you come back where the chats are loaded and we're always locked. Peace.